You're all making me sick with your portrait. Oh, portrait view, what's wrong with you? No portrait video, landscape only. All right, ready? Turn sideways. Landscape view. Hold your device in landscape view. Now, I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. First of all, I know TikTok is all portrait. It's bullshit. Actually recording video is always done with landscape. I also know that on certain phones you can push a button and it'll landscape for you because these are circular lenses. But hold it in landscape. Gotta hold it in landscape. Also, remember how much this thing cost? $1,000? Yeah, let's get two hands on it. You're gonna be using my video cameras. You need to be holding them right, okay? I'm practicing you up on that. Holding it with two hands means you are less likely to, no, don't want to drop it. Don't drop my cameras, you owe me $200. You break my cameras, you have to replace it. They won't give you your diploma until you do. Seriously. So, landscape, two hands. Okay, we want to be able to get some nice steady video. We want to be able to do that. When we're taking video for real, we're actually going to edit it. It's not going immediately onto some social media platform. We're actually going to put it through and process it. We're going to use it in professional, right? So we need to make sure that that video comes out really nice and not bouncy. We're humans, we're dynamic things. We have bones made of metal, ligaments like rubber bands. We're taut, we're bouncy, makes it shake. And yeah, it has a certain amount of anti-shake that it can do, but you can make it work better. If you bring those elbows in, right? We want to turn with our core. We want to do that. We want to turn when we are panning and recording somebody. We don't want to lock our knees. Get a good stance. Get down there. Shoulder width apart. Yeah. A little bend to the knees. We're not like in full horse stance, but don't lock them because you'll vibrate. Just your heart alone make it go up and down. All right, so comfortable stance, leaning back a little bit on the haunches, allowing direct line from shoulder straight through to heel. That way you can turn with your core. Use your long muscles. It comes out so much more smooth. Right, okay. Wonderful. So we got landscape, both hands, elbows in. Turn with the core. What else can we do? Well, we want to keep the subject, me, in the center 75 on your screen. I'm turned off, of course. Center 75 on your screen. So if you notice on mine, I turned on the grid lines. That really, really helps. I've turned the grid lines on by default on all of our cameras. It really helps you too. Keeping those grid lines are on as an on state is really great because it keeps me in that center 75% of the screen. Some of your cameras may have the actual center 75 setting. That's also a great setting to turn on. Because the edges of where it's recording, they get bent because it's a circular lens. It's a lenticle thing. It's taking light and focusing it down. So the edges are always weird and bent. The software tries to ameliorate that, tries to flatten it out. But you'll notice this. You're going to notice this very heavily when we are using the real camcorders. That it's going to have, people will look larger on the edges than they do in the center. The light will be stranger on the edges than it is in the center. Your eyeballs function exactly the same way, but the software up here deals with that. Okay, great. So we got 4 good steps, right? First one, landscape, both hands. Bring those elbows in. Turn with the core. Keep them in the center 75. 5th thing, if you can, become the tripod, right? Let's do that right now together. Get up against the wall. Get up against the wall. All right, get up over there. Get up over here. Board's clean. I'm not going to get anything ready. Get up against it. Become a tripod. 3 points of contact. 1 foot, other foot, back. Ooh, hear that? Right? It takes so much of the you bouncing out of it. This is great. If you can, get in a doorway. Oh, they're even better. Because I can go like this. shoulder in, 1 foot out, 1 foot in. Kick door shut, slam in face. Oh God, right? I'm taking all of me out of this. Both hands. I want to take as much of me out of this equation as possible. I want support. I could be standing there for a while. I could be, recording somebody on the field. Depends on what I have available to me. What if you're in a classroom like this, and you want to record your professor giving a lecture, which I personally think you should be allowed to. You're paying to be here. That lecture is yours. You don't have to write things down all the time. Sometimes lectures are physical in nature. Okay, well, what can we do there? Well, if you've got a desk, which you should go back to right now, quick, go back to your desk. If you've got a desk, if you've got one, you got your desk, right? Bring yourself up to that desk. Become the tripod. Elbow, sternum. There you go. 2 hands on it, landscape mode. Right? You can still turn, just by kind of sliding left and right. Allows you to turn, allows you to pan, allows you to tilt, going up and down. You can still keep your professor in the center 75 as they walk around talking at you. Hopefully the nice, big, enunciative voice. You gotta speak to the back of the room after all. Right? 3 points of contact allows you to take your breath, your heartbeat out of the equation as much as possible. Your video comes out so much nicer. Okay. Cut.